Did I stutter? Douche.
All week long.
All rise, order in the wait.
That's free.
Oh, all right. Well, great to see you guys. We'll see you later for the
Taking the day off, Creed.
Yeah, how dare they? Damn it.
Unruly courtroom as usual, Creed. Yeah, we got a case, Creed. A lot of people yesterday were very excited about our good new friend that we made over in Knox County. A lot of very nice comments about her. So I appreciate everybody that took time to make a comment there.
If you didn't see it, yesterday's we got a case. There's one in particular.
And Creed says, you know, we're never doing these thumbnails when everybody's making a face. Naturally, it happened where we're both like, so it's there it is. It's just like that. And that's the way it goes.
That thing should have like 10 million views then.
It should.
Proper,
I even put Cartman on. I even put Cartman on the thumbnail. I mean, what more can we add?
Nice. Very nice. All right. So if you're new here, we jump around a little bit. Different ones. Detroit is up next. Let's do that. I like it. Marky Mark.
Detroit is by the way, Detroit is also the stomping grounds of this man. Can anyone tell me where he's at?
Good afternoon. I'm District Judge Herman Marable from 67th District Court here in Flint.
It's been over a month or more, man.
Bob, you guys know what happened to Judge? He down in Key West or something, maybe?
I don't know. I'm worried that they've taken cameras from his courtroom and we'll never see him again.
Oh, that's that. Don't be saying that.
National tragedy.
Don't be saying that. Gearing up for a big day, of course. We got a chase coming up next, and then members only, and even some slots tonight, I think. So it's
my God,
packed day.
Friday night, time to stay in and just hang out with Carol.
Yeah. Emily was having a pretty bad day today, so I didn't dare even ask if she wanted to go to the game tonight. It's the Wizards Hornets game.
You should just left and not told her you were going and just be like,
I know, right?
He's gone.
Anyways, all right, let's jump over to Detroit, see what's happening in the, I guess call it intake. I guess that's what we'll call it.
Okay, that's what we'll call it. Outtake, intake.
Why not? Either way.
All right, you can step away from the camera, man.
Thank you, Mikey Mike Radio Talk Show.
I'll take that off of your bill. You now owe us $18,000.
Or is she going this afternoon?
I think we're ready for lunch, but do you have a Buckingham?
Buckingham's up front with the detective.
That sounds like a roll.
Say that again.
Buckingham is up front with the detective.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right, then let's have lunch.
Perfect time.
So Buckingham will go this afternoon.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. Coming in with some attitude.
So, Mr. Yeager,
Okay.
your mailing address?
This is case number
Mr. Yeager.
You still live on Rainer Road?
220-56932.
They're still
People of the state of Michigan versus Dejanay LaShante Lynch, counsel.
What a great name.
665 on behalf of this. Dejanay.
He has great hair. Bigfoot. Bigfoot's actually here. Showed proof.
On her behalf. Is there anything else to bring? This is let me just go.
Bobby.
Let me just say that, ma'am.
I'll do Mikey Mike.
At this point, this is a capious bond. You failed to appear in court. And when you failed to appear in court on June 15, 2022, Judge King set your bond in the amount of $25,000 cash for surety. Go ahead, counsel.
So Judge, our office is in touch with Judge King right now. Judge King wants some information with regard to
Hector.
that he has not collected yet, which is how she.
25,000. That's a lot.
Decision. So I'd like to go out here, Ms. Lynch, and ask her how she thinks it must be from the traffic stop or some other nature type of thing.
Okay, go ahead.
Ms. Lynch, how did you get arrested, ma'am?
I can't hear you, son.
Neither could we. I was
How did
worried.
you get arrested, Ms. Lynch?
How did I get arrested?
How'd you get arrested? He
How
said.
did you get arrested? How did you end up being in jail right now?
I opened the door, but they said they had a warrant out for my arrest for me not coming to court on June 15th. So I just let them open the door and I let them take me.
Wait a minute, say that again.
I said last night they came to my home and said I had a warrant out for my arrest. But not coming to court June 15th.
All right.
Maybe should have come for
But
that.
excuse me, ma'am, I couldn't come to court June 15th. I just had my baby June 12th. So
Oh, she had a baby.
I was still in the hospital.
Hold on, Ms. Lynch. So that's actually correct.
Luckily.
A little bit. It's very cavernous in there.
Fire Captain, thank you. Yes, all aboard. Monetary monorail.
Natural progression, Creed. The next dono should be $4. Double.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, my client's not employed at this time.
Yeah, at 1:30 a.m. our time. Noticed that this morning.
I saw them both. I was asleep at 9 o'clock, by the way. Our time.
I know this is from approximately 8 months ago, and I don't think that there's been any contact.
All right, I can't hear a thing.
I can't hear a word he is saying.
Let's go over here and see what's going on, and we'll keep bouncing around. That's just too much for me.
On the 9:30?
Yes, number 8. Shauna.
Shauna Smith?
Yes, Your
Is
Honor.
that person on the Zoom call? Nope. All right, that'll be dismissed.
Nope.
To the state.
Nope.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Ms. Sylvester.
Nope. Nope.
Your Honor, I'm
Oh, Amber.
find,
Technical terms, Amber.
really
Nope.
good information in my coverage notes, so I will need a minute longer on that.
Okay. And then there's Ariana Vigil Garcia.
Nope.
Yes, Ms. Hill Garcia is my client, Your Honor, and I am more than happy to call that matter. Unfortunately, we're not in a position to proceed with the change of plea today.
And then Justin Paul. Do we figure out who has Justin Paul?
Guess we're just doing paperwork over here, not court.
Case, and
Yeah, hold
unfortunately,
on a second.
we're
Jumping
gonna-
around over here.
I will reach out to him and see if we can help Mr. Paul in the interim.
Ruth Langmore.
Nope.
Why don't we call him?
Nope.
Did you say V? I think I mispronounced that. Is that pronounced Vigil?
Hill Garcia, yes, please.
Ms. Vigil Garcia, can you activate your camera and unmute yourself, please?
Can we bring in a interpreter for her?
Apologize for mispronouncing your name.
Damn, look at them. She got the eyelashes done. Jesus Christ, she's like a foot long.
Unfortunately, and much of this is my responsibility, Ms. Hill Garcia and I, our schedules have not coincided in a way where we could have a meaningful interaction.
I heard you asking on
Struggle to get the
Facebook if
correct
somebody come over and change the
evaluation
battery
from,
for you.
Her treatment agency. We do have a plan.
Carol needs a maintenance man for that.
Yes, she does.
Intention to enter a deferred prosecution. We're just not there yet.
How
So
much
we are-
time do you need?
Ms. Hill Garcia, what do you think would work? Should we ask for the end of December?
Sure, yes, I will.
Creed, are you a fan of those fake lashes like that?
Not at
Where are we
all.
at on
I-
speedy trial on this
Hugh
case?
likes
Is
them
this,
though.
Your Honor, pardon me, let me.
We're running 90 days from today.
Just because Hugh likes to wear them, don't mean I like to see them on him.
Today, but I
Let's go over and see Miss Fink. They're doing nothing but paperwork over here, I
I
guess.
will sign that. You may proceed when you are ready, Mr. Hawthorne.
Nice
Thank you, Your Honor.
mohawk.
Calvin Hawthorne, appearing on behalf of Mr. Sisson. We will waive reading to the charges and stand mute.
Okay, go ahead, Mr. Dawood.
Sure, Your Honor,
Fink
these
is
are
over
two
it today
DV
already.
Cases. One
There
was
you
from
go.
2020 with
Probably had a long morning.
Breonna Taylor, and the other one is this past week with Corey Copeland Nash. So they're two different people.
I will go for not a
We're
vampire.
asking for no contact with both victims, no go-to at their address listed in the bond unity form. And I think that's all the conditions that, and obviously all the standard bond conditions.
Thought about it, Carol, then went back to sleep.
Thank you.
Good idea.
Go ahead, Mr. Hawthorne.
Your Honor, we're asking for a person recognizance. Mr. Sisson is
Angela,
gainfully
thank you
employed.
and congrats. I love
He
it.
does have children with both of the individuals listed in the complaints. However, he has not had contact with Ms. Taylor regarding their
I guess we're
child.
talking about the guy with the
He states
mohawk.
that he'd be willing to.
He looks
or
like
able
a
to
DV.
comply with
I think so.
the
Yeah.
no contact and no go to orders.
He likes Red
If
Bull.
released. He was seen earlier today on in
thank you,
14D
Angela.
as
Appreciate
well as in the
that.
15th district. He also had a number of FOCs for child
More
support.
people would only do that,
today. And
Angela.
I think, if I'm correct, he had a bond implemented. It was 5,000, 10%. Not sure if he's going to be able to post that, but we are looking into using the bail credits.
I mean, obviously he's got money. He's got
All
money
right,
for hair gel.
So likely that he can leave the jail if he can figure out how to post just the one bond. Is that what?
Yes.
Okay. All right, I'll give you a personal bond on each of these files, Mr. Sisson.
Brohawk for Broham.
On the more recent one from a
hand
couple of
tat?
weeks ago, no contact with Corey Copeland Nash, and do not go to her address on Maple Road in Ann Arbor. And
Deborah.
on the older one,
The blessings.
Good to see
no
you.
contact with Brianna Taylor, and do
Two
not go to
Warmans
her
at different
address
addresses.
on Green
Yeah, he's
Road in
been
the
busy.
city of Ypsilanti. For both files, no contact means do not reach out and initiate contact with these women. Don't
Or paging
reply if they try to contact you. No using social media or face-to-face communication applications to have contact with them, and no having a third party deliver a message on your behalf.
I bet they're all baby mamas.
For each case, no alcohol, marijuana, or illegal drugs, no purchase or possession of firearms, weapons, or ammunition. Do not leave the state of Michigan without permission of the court. No criminal behavior and no assaultive behavior.
Oh, don't ask, JJ.
Do you have any questions about the bond conditions?
Just got one question. I have a medical marijuana.
Oh, it wasn't even him. We're so
You can use
presumptuous.
medical
Oh,
marijuana.
that's terrible
Yes,
of us. Jesus.
Oh, I am so sorry.
I have a
a-hole.
question for you. Your email address is Alexander, but without the first E.
Yes, ma'am. You're the
Okay.
first to recognize that.
All right, I just want to
Wow.
make sure that we get it in
Good,
here
Angela.
correctly.
I do love hearing that. 'Cause it's what it's
All right.
about, you know?
Any other questions about the bond conditions?
I mean, I just want to make it known that Nash calls me, you know what I'm saying?
Here we
Yeah.
are thinking it's,
So you're just,
Mohawk
for
boys gonna
now,
pull
you're
in
just
on
gonna have to not answer.
Now I've got to
No,
wait
I
and
get
see what
that,
he
and
did.
I have been doing that previous to what happened last week.
Yeah, okay.
That's basically how it happened, because I
Yeah,
wasn't.
I know, and that's, and your story is not uncommon. Okay, the court date for both files will be
Seems like Fink
Thursday,
kind of
December 15th,
believes him.
approximately 9 a.m. over Zoom.
Sounds it.
And if you are unable to Zoom on your own computer or phone, you can come to the courthouse and use one of the computers in the court's lobby.
Well,
All right,
damn,
what
Doug,
court-
I didn't even know that.
What court are you in?
I'm in the same building that you are, with the jail downstairs and the courts upstairs at Hogback and Washtenaw. Okay, anything else?
Well, ma'am, thank you for clearing that up for me.
Yep. Thank you. You're all set with me.
Pretty good to me.
I'll knock off that
Okay, let's.
pineapple and I'll eat it.
Silvana back?
Only time I eat pineapple on pizza.
Yes.
Yep, I'm here.
She is back. Okay, so we need to get the other guy
I'll
out
eat
of
my
the breakout
pineapple
room, but I'm
upside
gonna handle
down,
Mr.
Creed.
Martz. Yep.
This is the basis for trap. Is that what we're saying?
All right, Mr.
We're trapped.
Martz, give me 1 second.
Real quick, I just wanted to see this guy's tuck
Oh,
job here
look at
looking pretty good.
that. The poinsettias. Those are
yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah, she is on point with the 'tis the season. Anyways, a little update there from Judge Boyd. Last time we saw her on the show, she wasn't looking too great.
That was an awful camera angle. They should never let her do that.
Okay, State of Michigan versus Ronald Hart, 15F11106. I will appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you,
Look at the
Mr.
guy in the
Martz.
bottom.
Ms. Reed, you may proceed when you're ready.
Thank you, Silvana Reed, Assistant Public Defender with and on behalf of Mr. Martz. I believe that he plans on being in custody where he is at at least until into January. And I believe this case is already one that he's been arraigned on. And I believe he missed a court date. I did explain that the bond would likely be held at whatever it was set at that
Nice. Was it
time.
Walmart 17 an hour
And
charge?
obviously, like I said, he's going to be in custody anyways.
That's not
so
bad, man.
You just need a PCCD.
Make
Okay.
sure she
I don't
gets
need to set it at the
codes
previous
for the
amount.
phone.
The case is very old.
You know, so you can
and
talk to the
the
intercom.
nature of the charges are not something that I think we need to be concerned about at this time. So I'm going to give you, I am giving you, Mr. Marks, I'm going to set a small
I believe you've been
bond
commissioned
so you
to
can
do
get
some
some
$5
automatic
will
credit
get
for
it,
time
yeah.
served.
Do it.
But
Thank you, Nancy.
hopefully it won't be something so big that you won't be able to leave the jail when your other time is up. So the bond is $1,000 with the right to post 10%. And
What happened to Miss Fink?
$1,000 bond is keeping this guy in jail till January.
Okay.
Oh, she muted herself.
That's awesome.
We're all muted.
Yeah. He's super excited that that's a possibility. So that just changed everything. Okay. So, okay. What are we talking about? Your court date.
Yeah.
So your court date will be December 15th at 9 a.m. and you'll be writted just like you were for today. Okay. Anything else?
That's all.
Oh, Mr. Marks is muted. Okay. That's fine. Okay. Thank you.
That's a beauty. By the way, so you screenshot that, go over to Discord all the way down to the bottom. It says MFT, and you can claim it for your own.
He is also muted.
And don't do like Pass has been doing. Pass has been cheating, by the way. I didn't want to call her out.
Can you give me that case
But
number
she's
again?
taking snapshots
Whose
and want to
case
have it in the
number?
small
Mr.
screen
Johnson's.
and blowing it up before you bring it over.
Oh, no, that's allowed. That's all right. If you're that quick, you should let that fly. If you're that quick.
The only problem
there's
is
Mr.
it takes away
Johnson.
from the
This is
quality
Stapleton
of
versus
the
Joel
art,
Johnson.
just slightly.
True artist.
1687. I will appoint the public defender's office to represent you. You may
I'm on your
proceed
side,
when
guys.
you are ready. Miss Reed.
I understand.
Thank you. Silvana
Alright.
Reed, Assistant Public Defender with and on behalf of Mr. Johnson. We have reviewed the complaint, so we will waive a formal reading and stand mute.
Got to get it where
Okay,
you get
Mr.
it.
Darwood, you
No
want to say
matter what
anything
it
about
is.
Oh, Mama.
Let me just quickly look at the charge. We have a
By the way, over at Judge Middleton, we've got Dave Portnoy after he gets on the drugs real bad there.
Of course, prosecutor
It was like the
Roberts
David made the
seeking
pizza
trial
I ate.
release.
The
It doesn't
Ugh.
meet the statutory
Garbage.
requirements.
obviously the natures are serious, Your Honor. So
I don't know how that's still there.
Yeah,
This wasn't even on my list. This wasn't even my list. I would just rely
Yeah.
on you.
I think we need to find out what's going on with the rest of Mr. Johnson's life since he's already in custody for something else.
Yeah, I believe he's going to be in custody probably for at least another 3 or 4 months. So this would be another instance where we would just
Hopefully
ask
you
for
didn't
cash
cheat,
bond so
Lisa.
he
You're
can
gonna
get
call that
credit for
mistake.
time served, and then obviously readdress it once we know what's happening with that other case.
Okay.
And I
All
do
right.
believe he has an attorney representing him on that case.
But that's part of what's
That's
fun
in
about
custody for there
all of it,
currently.
JG, is that
And he's probably going to have him
new
represent him
NFTs
on
that people pay tens of thousands of dollars for, or thousands of
represent him
dollars
for
for. You
arraignment, and then when that attorney is able to file an appeal.
You're able to get it cheap. Am I to understand this old guy is going to be in for a long time?
Bond
At
at
least 3 months.
$5,000, cash or surety, no 10%. You're not to have any contact with any person younger than 18, and with the alleged victim in this case specifically.
I
I'm not
think it's
going to
a
put the
vampire.
name on the record because we're on YouTube, but I believe that he knows the name of the person. No firearms, no
Okay, who does the kids?
illegal drugs,
I wasn't
and no leaving the state of Michigan without permission of the court. Your court date, Mr. Johnson, will be December 15th at 9 a.m. That'll be over Zoom, and there will be a writ given to the
God.
Berrien County for you to appear on that day. Okay, anything else?
Anything
That's
else, you
all.
pervert?
You're all set, Mr. Johnson. Thank you.
Wow, he would allow that and say that it's not cheating.
to write that it was okay to use medical marijuana. Okay.
That's my key for you in a nutshell.
Okay.
Money talks,
Now,
baby.
let's see.
Money talks.
Are we finished with? That was it. We
Uh,
just had those two.
Hey, keep it on with
Um,
Fink, but I want to jump over to
Okay,
3B
so
with
now we're back.
Middleton. See who's getting kicked out of their house.
Material violations of the lease.
Yeah, well, thank you. Plot twist: the old guy's really only 40. That sounds. You talking about me?
Ms. Hull or Mr. Underwood, what's your position?
That guy was scary now.
Explain to him what's going on. All right. What I'm understanding they're doing to us is they're trying to kick us out because they didn't do their background check.
Of course, it's their fault.
Which I don't see that as a real problem because I haven't gotten no real drug charges except for like 8 years or
no real ones.
Something like 12 years ago. And she ain't got one.
It ain't my fault they didn't look into my credit history. No, I'm a
They allege
scam baiter.
Discovery after admission of facts that made the tenant ineligible. Discovery of materially false statements of fraud in the tenant in connection with the application for assistance or reexamination of income certification. They also allege.
Oh, what happened? You been to Applebee's for lunch?
What's that? Beer, wings, and P-word.
Failure to abide by necessary and reasonable rules made by the landlord and activity that threatens the health and safety and peaceful enjoyment of the others. So the law says you have a right to one adjournment of 7 days. And whether I or anybody else like it, the law requires that I set this for a second hearing.
Enjoy your sewing,
to get
Carol.
An opportunity to get some legal help. So today is December the 2nd. See how bad the 9th looks.
That's right. It's up to them to know that
Yeah,
to
I
scam
unfortunately
people.
will not be here on the 9th.
Maybe that's why the day looks good. 'Cause you're not available. All right, well, let's
I'll remember
call you
that.
12.
Sorry, I'm waiting on my calendar. Yes, I am available Monday, December 12th. I'm not available at 9 a.m. Anytime
Well, on
besides
Mondays,
9
we
a.m.
use- Fridays, we go Monday morning and afternoon. Well, let's go for 1:45 on Monday, December 12th.
The Undertaker.
That gives you 10 days rather than 7. But if they get what they ask for, you would have
Undertaker
to move out. I'm not exactly clear what the fraud allegations are. What are they, Ms. Gatt?
So there's several compounding allegations. So there is, we believe, another party living in the unit. They said that they were never evicted, but they were previously evicted from the mobile home they were residing in before coming in. So they lied on their application.
Again, not their fault. I kind of agree with that.
Out of the apartment. So there's an illegal marijuana operation being run out of the apartment and a bicycle business where they're doing bicycle repairs and have their own business.
A bicycle repair business and weed dispensary.
Section 17 and 16 of the
Church's Chicken and Computer Repairs.
I was going to say, it was right across the street.
A lot of it in a
Was there
nutshell.
also an allegation of a previous drug conviction? Is that part of it?
The previous, we found out one of the reasons that they were previously evicted was for drug-related reasons from a mobile home. We are concerned about drug use in the rental unit. We're concerned about firearms. There's been police called to the residents.
But did they do their due diligence, Creed,
we
before
have
renting it to them? Like,
pictures
kind of.
Of the tenants with firearms going in and out of their unit, which is part of the safety concern for other renters and other tenants.
Boy.
How do we know this?
And how
there's
do
a
they
lot
not?
of conjecture here.
Even though marijuana is legal.
If they're selling marijuana and firearms, why can they not pay rent?
And doing bicycle repair. You know how much money you make in that business?
Bicycle repair part.
I'm a little late, Creed, but here's the vampire from earlier.
Marijuana is still unlawful, so we can't even possess it.
No one under 18 can take that MFT, by the way.
much to the chagrin of most everybody that lives in one. We had a lengthy case in 2020.
Weed and Wheels,
in
Inc.,
federal law
LLC.
against the state law. So anyway, that's one issue. They
Ah,
allege
Jay.
that you're lied about being previously evicted. They allege that there's an unlawful tenant in the apartment. They allege that you're running a.
What is it, Bobby? Thank you for the
So far,
twofer.
I haven't heard anything about it.
They're subletting
But anyway,
weed,
they want you to move
firearms,
on.
bicycle repair.
At 1:45
Sarge.
on December 12th. We may actually have to take some testimony.
Yeah. Can they just bring up these allegations and just go with it? Or
But when you find out after the fact and you've done rented them the place.
You can. Otherwise, I'll see you by Zoom once again.
yeah, wouldn't you want to kind of hem them up on charges or get a little bit of proof here and there just to make it?
And again, crew, we have heard nothing about them not paying their rent.
Any questions?
No amount of rent's not being paid. I don't believe they're behind or anything.
And trading bikes. I'm not even selling them.
Well, if you're doing it out of that apartment, it may violate your lease. I don't know what the details are. There's no garage, there's no outbuilding. They don't want bicycles up and down the stairs and in the hallway.
I don't take them up the stairs. I go through the elevator.
They don't want them in the elevator. But anyway, we'll discuss that further. I'll see you on the 12th.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right.
Again, I think they're just trying to kick them out for all those reasons that they were saying. Not,
marijuana
Yeah.
is a newspaper. Tried to buy a newspaper lately.
Yeah.
Not around anymore.
Yes.
You guys still have newspapers there?
Marijuana than it is to buy a paper newspaper.
Yeah. That's
Anyway, Andy and I are showing our age. Stephanie.
Yeah.
Apologize.
I gotta think they were paying their rent. They just
funny, I
wanted her
would
out
love to
or
buy a
wanted
newspaper.
them
You used
out.
to be able to buy them at 7-Eleven or in the gas
yeah,
station.
there was
Anyway,
nothing about
you're not
failure to
there
pay.
anymore.
I believe these were all the reasons they were trying to make them leave.
On the 12th, enjoy having next Friday off.
Yeah, that was an
Thank
interesting
you.
one.
I wish it was.
And I like that he said they didn't do their due diligence by doing these background checks ahead of time.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of their thing to do.
All right.
Make it
let's
happen.
call your case. American Inn versus Angie and Timothy Yoder.
These are always good. Oh,
Yeah.
that's a very familiar name.
And I'm gonna take a stab. I
Just a sec,
think
files 221495. The problem we have here, Andrew, is that they were served by attachment.
yeah, I think Angie got personally served. Tim got posted.
Oh, let's take a look.
I'm just making an assumption based on her name being first on the one where they checked personal,
She was
and his name being first on the one where they checked posted.
all right. So they do have personal service. You say they have vacated?
No,
Oh,
No.
not.
Creed, I've got a great idea that I pitched to my wife the other day. Said, I'm scrolling through Facebook and I'm trying to read the Daily News, which is the local paper here. There were an article on Facebook. I click it. It says I've got to pay them if I want to be able to read this. And there's a bunch of people underneath it complaining that they don't want to have to pay.
So I don't know what you do when you get split.
So
types
what
of
if I
service.
start a channel where I will read to you, I will subscribe to the Daily
The
News.
Daily
I'll
Newspaper.
read to you the articles in the paper, and you don't have to, I'll do an episode for each article. If it's something that piques your interest, you can click on it and watch it, and I will read it to you and save you the money having to pay for it yourself.
I think it's a great idea. A lot of work, but I think it's a great idea.
Like I've got nothing but time.
It was a 7-day notice, rather than a 30-day notice, but I need the lease status. I find by default, tenants have 10 days from today, which is December 12th, to vacate. No money judgment is issued.
Yeah, they were previously paying their rent weekly, so that's
Just
why we
cliff
gave
notes,
it
not the actual whole
even
word.
though it's termination, we gave a 7-day.
It's like it crazy.
Yeah.
It's true though. People do.
Until December.
It's a fine line. You're posting news
You're
on.
gonna be here for a minute, I think.
Some of them completely lock it out too.
Yeah,
Like
that's how it
you
is.
can't even.
No way around it.
What did you say you were putting it for the 12th for?
eviction. I'm not adjourning it. I'm giving.
Okay.
Now here
Wait, wait.
is Samsung. Let's see if this is them.
12th is the writ date then.
The Daily Skim. I like that.
Nobody shows up on time. I have a young girl that never shows up at the right time. We waited around for her. I called her. She didn't show up. She calls at 1:30.
I like that.
Said she thought
Yep,
it was
we could.
for December 4th, which is Sunday. I don't think she's been here.
Maybe
at the
Santa
right
should
time.
bring her a wristwatch for Christmas.
Maybe
Oh, zingy. Because people use watches just as much as they do paper newspapers these days.
Yeah.
Old timer. Got you a wristwatch.
Well, somebody flashed across the screen and then they faded out. Let's see.
I love the idea of doing
Yeah,
OnlyFans
if you want
reviews,
to,
though.
we can start
Why
on
not?
1497 and then whoops, they're back.
Yes, that might be Weber.
All right, we'll hold out for just a second to see the wonderful people from the American Inn who are getting the boot. You already told them. Said, nope, this is an eviction.
Yeah, they got to go, Creed. I have a feeling they're probably not paying.
I'm guessing you're right. I bet they're not weeding it up with the bicycles either, though. Oh, sorry.
Dolphins fan, that is not us. That was them.
If it is, they're actually out already.
Hello,
Bob. Good to see you. Saw Donna earlier. She told me not to tell you where she was around.
Carrie, that's why I watch more Judge Middleton here at the house than anything. Is she smoking? If you got it, man, you're like, yeah, get it.
I'm in a non-smoking room with my daughter.
At the American Inn. Yeah, no, I love his stories. I love when he tries to help people.
With the Yoder file.
A couple of Wermans in that room.
Yeah. How do you like your women? I take mine smoked. Nice and smoked. Your Honor, it's a non-smoking room. Can we get somebody in there?
We have a second. We'll say thank you to DM Andy for the 5 pounds.
Creed will get 2.5 pounds. I get 2.5 pounds. We'll go to bed full.
The Cartman thing was amazing. It really was. Court from yesterday. If you missed it, go back and watch it. I promise you, you will enjoy it. One in particular, Werman. That, yeah. I think that I don't think that it's them, though. I think that we're waiting, or are they trying to get, oh no, they're trying to get volume or something. Is that what they're doing?
Maybe that's not a hotel room. This guy's going to get pissed. Oh, he's getting mad, baby. Old man. Look, the Cartman thing, I've been doing that for years. That's something I've always enjoyed doing, trying to do voices and stuff. It's always a good time. I annoy my family with it constantly.
You've logged in as Angela Barker. Can you hear
Stansbury,
me?
yeah. Maybe we'll jump over there after this. We'll see.
Apparently no.
I'll go ahead and pull it.
Deleb Large Marge said.
Can you hold up your sign? Oh, there she goes.
He has a sign, but he has to get up and walk around for some reason.
All right, now you need to unmute your mic.
I don't think she can hear him either. I love his little signs are great.
Look, I don't want to get on Stansbury about stealing my gimmick, but I mean,
Middleton.
Yeah, him too.
He's going to do it. Most of the time, though, rather than to this camera,
Unmuted now.
he'll get up and go around. Oh, we can hear her.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
All right, we've been waiting for 9 minutes. Twiddling our thumbs. Are you Angela Barker?
Yes.
Is Timothy Yoder with you?
He's in jail.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you. Starting off on a good foot.
Those of you who have never been over,
For being late, you don't.
to 3B. Things are a little slower than we're used to with watching, and usually, although Middleton's volume seems pretty good today. Not one person in the chat that I've seen is
Hello,
bitching about it.
Deputy Matz. I just learned that one of my landlord tenant guys, Timothy Yoder's in jail. Could you bring him into a Polycom room?
Oh, that's what we're waiting for there, huh?
Yoder's locked up.
I'm pretty sure they're frequent flyers here at 3B.
Bye. He's actually been in jail for 72 days, which is why he couldn't be.
Well, no wonder he's not paid rent.
Do you want to do the other one where we're waiting for him?
Thank you, Alan.
Well, I don't know who Samsung SM is. Is that you also, Miss Barker? Are you on a phone also?
I'm on a phone. I don't have a computer.
Okay, well, I'm not sure who this other person is. We're gonna have Mr. Yoder brought in. And we'll just do the best we can. I get frustrated when I have to sit here and wait for people to connect.
I
But you're
apologize.
here.
Give you a chance to log in and practice before it's your time, not 2 seconds before it's your time to be here.
I wonder why Yoder's been in for 72 days now.
I have a feeling it's going to be the first thing that Judge Middleton's going to ask, actually.
The way he says his name is how my mom would say Yoda.
Yoder.
I seen Yoder.
Minnesota.
He was in there and he told he said, look here, the force is with you.
30 minutes or it's free, right? Well, I was going to tell you earlier, too, with Andy here. There's usually girls behind him at an awkward desk.
Jump to mine just real fast while we're waiting.
Oh, yeah, go right ahead. We'll keep it on. Oops, sorry.
You're here because the probation department has filed a motion to revoke your probation. Did you get a copy of that motion?
Stay with us, Stansbury, for
Did
just
you
a
read it?
second.
Do you understand what it is they claim you did to violate your probation terms?
I understand, yeah.
Looks like they're saying you didn't go to outpatient or didn't complete outpatient counseling.
We've
you
seen
used
this guy
narcotics
before, right?
And failed to report to the probation officer and left the state of Ohio without permission. Now, you have a couple of options here. You can either admit to being in violation of your probation by one or all of those or any of those bases, which is like pleading not guilty if you deny it. That means I'll set a bond for you. We'll set a hearing, and they have to prove it by a preponderance of the evidence. And if they can't, you can't be revoked, nor could any suspended time be imposed. You also have the option of admitting. That's like pleading guilty and saying, yeah, I admit I violated my probation, Judge. If you do that, because your case was assigned to me, we would proceed to disposition, which is just a different way of saying sentencing. The most serious consequence to you would be having to serve the entire suspended balance of your sentence, but you could be kept on probation under the same terms, have terms added, have it extended. There's a number of things that could happen. Under either scenario, you have the right to be represented by an attorney.
I'm pretty sure this guy
If you couldn't afford
that
one, we would appoint one to
he's
represent you at
talking
no
to,
cost.
we've
if
seen
you
before.
qualify. So that being said, would you like to have a lawyer for this?
Yeah, I have a specific lawyer I'd like to.
That's them, not
Alex
us, by the way.
Posh.
Okay. Well, Ms. Poth is
I'd like
on our
Alice
court-appointed list, so you're going to want to make sure that you put her name at the top of your application form, okay?
Okay.
All right. Now, give me a minute to review the memorandum of the bench, and then we're going to talk about your bond, but bear with me, okay?
Okay.
I like this guy come in with a special request for his attorney. Alice Posh, she's real hot, Your Honor. I don't know if you've seen her, but if I could get her, it'd make this case go a lot easier. Oh yeah, I guarantee if somebody could look her up, I guarantee she's smoking.
Hey, put the talkie, please.
Okay.
Pretty sure I've drawn.
Anything you want to say about your bond before I set it here?
No.
All right. Where were you when you got arrested?
I turned myself in at
You
the.
did. You did. Okay.
Yeah.
And when was that? Yesterday?
No, that was the 7th of November.
Oh yeah, you have been in there for a while. Okay.
Yeah, we've seen this guy before. I know we have. I mean, I'm not going to pull it up on big screen. I mean,
Now, according to the report from the probation officer, and we're speaking hypothetically since you denied the allegations, the information is about you residing in Las Vegas. Now, do you have any family that remain in this area?
Is this the guy that took the bus to
I actually
Vegas?
don't. I don't have anyone anymore. I'm kind of like free to just do it. You know, I don't have any like support system or
All right.
anything like that.
Well, based on what I see here in the file, and I'm going to follow the recommendation of Mr. Bernard from the probation department, I'll set your bond at $5,000 cash or surety. If you do post the bond, you have to report immediately to the probation department. If you don't, and you ultimately end up admitting to the violation, if I impose any jail term, this time will count. It's not dead time. But the main thing is get your application for counsel filled out as quickly as possible, and don't forget to put her name at the top. Okay.
Okay, well, she'll give me one, the lady out
Yeah,
here.
they have that applications available down there, and if you're unable to post your bond, they'll even send it down here for you. Any other questions?
I thought so, Creed. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Mitchell, thank you. You may go with the officer.
Yeah, that guy, he's
Zachary
homeless,
Blankenship.
and he took a bus to Vegas.
Good afternoon, sir. You Mr. Blankenship?
Yes, sir.
You understand your rights in court today based on watching that video presentation?
Yes, sir.
You are here because Judge George issued a warrant for your arrest. Well, it never actually went out, I guess.
Yeah, the way he
but he was
set
going
it
to
up,
issue a warrant for your arrest.
I thought we had seen
processed
him before.
yesterday. Apparently, you missed a pre-trial earlier this week. So what we got to do is get this back in front of Judge George. Okay?
He's like the homeless Post Malone.
Now let me see something here. Okay. Sue, are you aware of whether or not any additional charges were filed on Mr. Blankenship other than just getting picked up on his warrant?
And Sue, please come in and
Yeah,
No, he got no charges
show up.
filed on what he came in on.
He gets
Okay,
out. We
so
won't
he
see
has
him
one.
again for a while.
All righty.
He'll be gone. He's in the wind.
Where were you when you got arrested yesterday?
I was coming out of my house. They were coming to trespass me from my. Well, I'm homeless. I stay in a tent.
Hold on. You're homeless and you were coming out of your house?
Donna, can you check on Bob, please? He's speaking
All
in
right,
tongues
I know you have
again.
an attorney because there was a
Another
pre-trial.
stroke. Not a good thing.
Looks like it's Mr.
I was coming out of my house.
Why
and
didn't you
I'm
make it
homeless.
to court, Mr. Blankenship?
Because I didn't make it to get my papers. I didn't know they sent them out that quick.
All right.
I thought I had more time, Your Honor. They were coming to trespass me from my house, Your Honor.
Oh, Nancy.
Nancy.
Happy Friday. Don't forget Florida Friday coming up. We got a chase at 405 East. The members only for the main channel at 6 o'clock East. And then over on, we got
All
a
right, I'm
jackpot.
looking here through the
preview.
file, and it looks like there was another occasion just last month, less than 30 days ago, where you had gotten picked up on the warrant. I went ahead and released you on your own recognizance at that time, but I probably would have warned you that if you had failed to appear in the future and saw me for your bond, it wasn't going to be an OR. I'm going to defer to Judge George's judgment on this one, because when he issued your warrant, he set bond at $2,500 cash surety or 10%. I'm going to leave it in that amount and defer to him. We'll get this thing rescheduled. I provided that Mr. Brigden get a copy of this entry so he knows that you've been picked up, and they'll get this set pretty quick. You have any questions?
No, sir.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Blankenship. You may go with the officer.
Real quick, let me tell you guys, today's We Gotta Chase Florida Friday. The new Thelma and Louise, two women I'm going to make a movie with because they have such on-screen chemistry. It will blow your
Is that how you
mind.
pronounce your last name, Demons?
Yes, sir.
All right. Mr. Demons, you understand your rights in court today?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Mr. Demon.
We have several matters that we need to address, two of which were already assigned to a judge. In fact, they were both assigned to Judge George. It looked like you had a bench trial on a couple of cases with him, both carrying counts of telecommunication harassment sometime in October. So when you failed to appear for your trial, he went ahead and issued the warrants for your arrest. But then there's also an unaddressed complaint that was filed in September that we're going to talk about as well. I think I already asked you, but just to verify, you do understand your rights, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. Did you receive a copy of the new complaint?
No, I was in jail in Franklin County.
All right. So the Pataskla Police Department alleges that on or about the 10th day of September of this year, within the city of Pataskla and in Licking County, Ohio,
Loud's been
you
drinking today.
made or caused to be made a telecommunication or permitted a telecommunication to be made from a telecommunications device under your control with the purpose to abuse, threaten, or harass another person. It's commonly known as telecommunication
Did he call
harassment. So
from
it's the same charge
jail?
as the other two cases. It's a first-degree misdemeanor, and the maximum penalty is up to a
You might
180-day
have.
jail term, up to $1,000 fine. How would you like to plead to this charge?
Not guilty.
Did you say not guilty?
Yes, sir.
Did I stutter?
And what is your current address?
35 West Park Avenue.
35?
Yeah, West Park Avenue, Columbus, Ohio.
Did I stutter?
Perfect.
And what's your zip?
43222.
Just so you know, she's gone, and they're just
Waiting
staring at-
now for Mr.
staring at each other.
Yoder.
I mean, in a
2
minute,
months.
you can see the smoke
many hours
coming
a
out
week
of
are you
Judge
working?
Middleton's ears.
35 or 36.
All right, let me take a quick look here at the file, and then we're going to talk about bonds on all three of your cases, okay?
6 o'clock
Yes,
East,
sir.
random. It's random,
Well, it's kind of scheduled.
and it's an hour. No, the content is random.
Oh, yes.
And it's an hour long, and once in a blue moon, we go a little bit long, but Fridays last, it's usually at least an hour.
And don't forget, members only for We Gotta Chase channel. Official start time this Monday, 6 p.m. Eastern, each and every Monday. Now, and Creed, we are promising people content you will only see there and nowhere else on
Chase Watch.
any of our chases. Yes, Chase Watch.
Yeah, that's on. We got a chase on the YouTubes. That's so if you don't like any of this court stuff and other stuff that we do, subscribe to that, and you won't be bothered with everything else. Now he's on the phone calling the jail again. Look at him. You could just it's getting worse and worse and worse.
He's getting pissed off.
Really, Bud thinks he's gay. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Well, I don't think so.
Bob, there's a great picture of Knox that we got today, and he kind of wearing glasses pretty close to yours.
Yeah, he is.
Deborah, thank you for the 2 for.
Look, man, I'm gonna tell you this. They got the wrong Mr. Demon. This is the Mr. Demon that was making the threatening phone calls. They've got the wrong guy.
Was he calling his boyfriend or?
Well, I don't want to out Mr. Demon like that, but it's the wrong demon.
Okay, now, Mr.
I love
Demas, I'm going to
that.
give you an opportunity to make a statement before I set your bond, but I want to caution you. It's probably not wise to talk about what may or may not have happened back on June the 10th and on September the 10th.
Whatever.
It's Friday.
But you
can
do have a
tell.
right to make a statement otherwise regarding your bond. Anything you want to say in that regard?
Yeah.
Angela, you too. Good to see you. Thank you.
All right.
Take it.
Who do you live with over on West Park Avenue?
Yes.
My brother.
Ha his brother.
Your
And
brother
did
or
you
your
get picked
lover?
up? Were you brought directly over here from Jackson Pike?
Yes, sir.
Do you still have stuff pending over in Franklin County?
No, I got it taken care of while I was there.
Okay, so did you just serve your time and you're finished, or did you get put on probation?
No, I actually served my time.
So you're not on paper out of anywhere else?
Oh, I hope.
No, sir.
Oh, we've got Mr. Yoder. You want to
How
go back?
long were you in Jackson Pike before they
Yeah,
brought
let's
you over
jump
here?
to Yoder.
Our tenant case set for this afternoon, and I just realized that you were in jail, so I brought you up here. The landlord, American Inn, and wants to evict you and Angie Yoder, Angie Barker.
Where's Angie?
Here also. So I need to tell you both what your rights are as a tenant in a landlord-tenant proceeding. As a defendant in a landlord-tenant proceeding, including.
Hey, where are the white women at?
Tenancy, you have the following rights. You have the right to obtain representation in this matter. If you cannot afford an attorney, a legal aid attorney may be available to help you. You have a right to a trial by a jury or by the court. If the action is for non-payment of rent, which this isn't, you could be eligible for some services, but this isn't that type of case. If the
Kicking them out for
plaintiff is
different
agreeable,
reasons.
The Citizens Mediation Services, Inc.
Can't wait to see how much they haven't paid or what's happening here.
He says not for non-payment.
If you do
I'll look
reach
if I
an
can.
agreement with
I'll
the
look,
plaintiff and
Judge.
a consent judgment is entered by the court, you would waive the rights listed above, but have the following additional rights. The judgment may not be enforced until 3 business days have passed. You could move to set aside the judgment within those 3 days if you misunderstood what you consented to or what you were waiving. Your motion to set aside the judgment would be set for a further hearing in front of the judge, but if the judge did not find in your favor, the original judgment would stand. You are in a position where you're in custody. You have a bond condition that says you're not to go back to that address anyway.
Correct.
So Angela is still there, but they want this unit back.
Okay.
The law requires that I.
Sure, that's Mr. Yoder.
For 1 week,
Might not be.
7 days.
Looks like
You got
Daniel
Sam.
Bryan or Brian Danielson, the American Dragon.
2-2. Andy, let's set this for 10. What
Well,
time does it
was 10:15. You want to make this one 10:20?
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Okay.
must have moved on to the next, I guess.
Well, you gotta be in Coldwater. Do you want me to give you
Oh, no,
more
I
time for
gotta
this?
zoom in Coldwater at 9.
Oh, all right. 10:20 will be fine. Mr. Bark or Mr. Yoder, you don't really have a dog in this.
It is
fight
Yoder.
At this point, because you're not
Yeah,
there.
no, it was a joke.
Miss Barker, they
sorry.
want you to move.
Yeah.
They didn't realize that Timothy was in jail. Maybe that'll affect their decision to have you move, but they want you to move out. And if they get what they asked for, you would get 10 days from next Friday, date of December.
Thank you, Shells.
So we will convene like this once again.
There it is.
At 10.
It's got a pool.
And Mr. Yoder, I'll make arrangements to have you brought into the Zoom room again, all right?
So they're saying because they have a dog is why they want him out?
That's what it sounds like. Well, that was a lot more
July
lackluster than I figured.
December the 1st of this year, within Etna Township, Lincoln County, Ohio, that you recklessly violated the terms of a protection order issued or a consent agreement approved pursuant to section 2919.26 or 3113.31 of the revised code, an offense commonly known as violation of a protection order. It is a first-degree misdemeanor and carries up to 180 days in jail, up to $1,000 fine.
Oh, that's beautiful. 3 stars.
I mean, 3 out of 5 on 71 is pretty good.
Not bad.
They only have 20 rooms, though, so I'm not sure.
No wonder they want it back then.
Selling address, or do you actually live there?
5% of
I
the
actually live there.
rooms.
And who do you live there with?
It's my mother's house.
Think we can get a
Are you
room
employed?
tonight?
I am employed.
Where do you work?
I work for Freeland Contracting. I'm a plumber.
Of course.
And where are they based out of?
Off of Allen Creek Drive in
So
Columbus. Yeah.
Okay. Let me take a look here at the file, and then we're going to talk about your bond. So bear with me, okay?
They're completely booked up. I've looked 3 different times.
Well, of course they got 20 rooms, and the Yoders are holding down one of them with their dog. For you, Pamela, they will. Just for you, though. They're booked with all the local prostitutes.
It's a refrigerator, radio in the room, private garden grounds.
Or radio in the room, really? We're going to brag about that now.
Yeah. Well, did you see the place? I mean, self-controlled heating and cooling system, by the way. They do have a shower, swimming pool, outdoor. Tea and coffee making facilities. Tea and coffee making facilities.
That means you got to go to the office
Yes,
where
it
there's a
does.
coffee pot.
Telephones in all rooms. There's a television. Travelers checks accepted. TV room. Ironing facilities and ice maker. Central heating. Handicap accessible. Grocery service. Free local calls. They have concierge service. A complimentary newspaper.
Okay, based on what I see here in the court file, Mr. Jacks, I'm going to release you on your own recognizance. On the only condition is that you abide by the terms of any active probation or protection order, rather, that may be out there that applies to you. I'm not saying there is one. I'm not saying there isn't one. But if there is, and you violate the terms of the probation or the protection order, I'm sorry.
It doesn't say anything about Wi-Fi.
Not only could you catch a new charge, you could also get the bond revoked in this case. In which case you'd be sitting around at the jail until it got resolved.
They're not even bragging about HBO
this case
or
is going to
nothing.
be randomly assigned to a judge set for a trial until and unless a lawyer gets involved on
gray,
your side
red,
of
and black
things.
would be awesome.
Notice will go directly to you, so make sure the address is complete and current on your bond paperwork that you'll sign shortly down there. And if you're going to be going for court-appointed counsel, get the application from the jail. But since you're being released, it's your job to get it turned in. Don't wait until the day you're supposed to be back at court to deal with getting an attorney.
Where do I turn that in? I'm sorry, where do I turn that in at the clerk
It goes
of court?
to the clerk of court of the municipal court.
Right.
The folks at the jail can tell you how you can go about submitting it. You can drop it off in person. You can, take a picture of it and mail it in. It's an attachment. Just get it in.
Real quick, I just want to show you 24 hours opened. So you know, and check spelled that one.
Thank you.
Frenchman owns that hotel.
Yeah, perfect. Or they stole it from a French.
Kenneth Roseberry.
Yes, how you doing today, Your Honor?
I'm doing
No
all right,
relation
Mr.
to
Roseberry.
Stansberry.
You have three matters that we need to address. Two are older cases that have already been assigned to Judge George, and for which he issued warrants for your arrest upon your failure to appear. Looks like it just very recently.
Yes, it was recently.
Yeah.
It was recent. I remember doing it.
Looks like we're both set for pleas. But you do have a new charge. Did you receive a copy of the new of the complaint that alleges the offense that was supposedly took place on October 23rd?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm also I'm really confused on that matter. I don't even know. I wasn't even around at that point in time where that case took place. I just don't really know what happened. I don't even know what I was being accused of vandalizing.
I was traveling
Well, it is a criminal
internationally.
damaging
Your Honor.
charge. Looks like it's saying that the alleged victim resides on East Main Street. And it looks like they're alleging that you threw a pot through the window of the residence.
I don't remember none of that, Your Honor.
You want to do a not guilty plea then?
Yes, sir, please. And then me not showing up for the change of plea or whatever for Judge George's case, I was hospitalized and in neck care, but when I went up there to check out because I'm having a lot of life issues going on right now. But when I went up there and turned myself in, I wasn't aware that they was going to have to keep me for so long. I wasn't hospitalized, and I was aware that I had court that day, but I really couldn't make it to court. I really didn't want to ruin my bond because I just paid that bond. You know what I mean? Like I've been showing up for my court dates for this case and everything. And I don't know. I'm just really not trying to sit in jail for.
I was injured in a pot throwing
really out of my
accident. And I had to
control.
go to the hospital, Your Honor.
My apology as well.
Okay. Anything else you want to say before I set bonds?
No, Your Honor. That's it.
I wasn't even in the state, Creed.
Mikey, this is great. I finally figured out how to get to the reviews on this website. And I mean, you got to admit, 3 out of 5 stars is kind of high for this place, wouldn't you think? I mean, even if they.
I do have a residence. I live there in Circleville, Ohio, and I am employed at the time being right now.
So, what is your address?
474 Half Avenue.
Was there anything in the pot,
street?
you think?
Half Avenue.
Spell that for me, please.
Boiling water.
HALF Avenue. AVE.
I don't
Half?
understand.
H-A-L-F?
They're like gone right here. Right
No,
here.
half.
Oh, half. Yeah.
I'm sorry, sir.
No, that's my fault. Is that in Newark?
No, that's in Circleville, Ohio.
And who else lives there?
Very quick, we'll come back to it, but I want you to see these testimonials. Do you think that these these people stayed there? Do you think that
JJ, traveling businessman. I mean, these are all stock photos. Come on, bro.
every single one of them? They're like, this is where I'm staying. I'm coming from Lansing, Michigan, Collins, Philadelphia. Look at every single one of them. It's and Knox stayed there. They came all the way from London. Look at that.
Traveling abroad.
And you said you're also employed. Where do you work?
Right now, I'm working at McDonald's in Circleville, or it's
All
out
right.
there at 23.
Okay.
I've only been working there for about, well, it just now, like, I had to take time off, of course, to go to the hospital or whatever, but they just now let me back at my job. And it was nice
No
to
way.
give my job back. That's right.
That was very nice of them.
But I've worked there for quite some time now as well.
Pot full of chili, no beans.
Well, my understanding is that businesses all over the place are really struggling to maintain their staffs, and so if you do a good job, then it's probably in their best.
I don't
interest
believe
to try
that
to
at all.
keep
That's a
you-
lie.
Staff there right now, it's
running
crazy.
lean,
I've been
making
pulling,
more
I've been
profit.
pulling doubles and everything. I've been making money though.
Less
All right,
staff,
so
less
Mr. Roseberry,
payroll.
on the new case, the criminal damaging, that case, I will go ahead and release you on your own recognizance on the condition that you not return to 581 East Main Street in Newark. Now, on your other two cases, when Judge George issued the warrants for your arrest, he set your bond on each at $5,000 cash, surety, or 10%. I will typically defer to a different judge if it's their case because they know it better and they know what they want to see happen, just like I would want Judge George to do that for me. So I am going to defer to him at this time. Now, he can reduce your bond in the future, but for now, I'll honor his judgment and set bond at $5,000 cash, surety, or 10%. And we'll get these matters rescheduled for trials and the new case assigned and set for a trial.
Do you think I'm gonna be in here? Do you think I'm
Not terribly long. Well, I can't say how long, but I mean, as far as how soon before they get these things set, fairly quickly. If you're being held in lieu of bond on the case,
So he offered me a deal the last time that I was out of court. Will he still stick to that deal? You think?
you're going to have to talk to him about that, unfortunately. All right. If you
You
want to
don't
get a
think
lawyer
I'm
on any of these cases, you need to fill out applications. You only need one application, but all three case numbers, and the folks at the jail can get that for you. Any other
You don't
questions,
think
today, Mr. Roseberry?
Yeah. So you don't think that I'll be sitting in jail for too terribly long?
Not forever. I mean, I don't go based on what I say. It has to be referred back to Judge George's office.
Think I could be out before Christmas?
I can't tell you that. I don't know. I apologize. I just don't know the answer to that. All right.
Sounds
Trust
like
me,
the
nobody's
start
going
of
to forget about you down there.
That's
We'll
him
get
throwing
things
that
set.
pot through the window.
Any other
by the way.
questions?
No, sir.
All right, you may go with the officer. Thank you.
Spot on. Is that it? I can just see two.
I was trying to put on
Brandon
his
Rounson?
McDonald's uniform when
Yes,
he
sir.
did it. But just didn't
Good
work out
afternoon,
that
sir.
way.
Is that how you pronounce your last name?
Yes.
Okay.
Are you
And
aroused?
Mr. Rounson,
son?
do you understand your rights in court today?
Yes, sir.
I have recommended your service to several people. By
did
the
you
way,
get a
including
copy of the
me,
complaint
Frank,
that was filed?
None of them have anything to do with a
Yeah.
hotel.
And it looks like there were two of them. Did you get both?
Yes, sir.
Did you read those and do you understand what it is you've been charged with?
Yes, sir.
First count is arson. It's alleged to have occurred on October the 26th of this year within the city of Newark and Lincoln County, Ohio. That's a first-degree misdemeanor. Maximum penalty is
Trying
up
to
to a
keep warm.
180-day jail term up to a $1,000 fine. The second count alleges theft on or about the same date and location. That is also a first-degree misdemeanor with the same possible penalties. How would you like to plead?
Not guilty.
He would like to plead.
That's
That's his plea. I want to find the real. I want to find real
Reviews
ratings for this place.
There aren't any.
All right, let me take a
Nobody's ever
quick
stayed
look
there
here at the
knows how
file,
to
but
use a
first,
computer.
What is your current address, Mr. Rounson?
498 Maple Avenue,
Here in
Newark,
Newark?
Ohio. Yes, sir.
Book with confidence.
And who do you live there with?
That?
My girlfriend and our children.
All righty. And are you employed?
No.
I do side work.
Okay.
Side
All
work.
right. Let me take a quick look
Okay.
here at the file. And then we're going to talk about your bond.
Looking to do a little side work, Creed. He said side work, and the IRS started looking.
Fire captain. Go get him.
So I'm going to trial in this case. I don't want to take it to trial. I don't get it.
He looks like a nice guy. I mean, that guy still asking questions back there? The guy from McDonald's?
Very confused. He just wants to be out before Christmas.
Am I going to make it out? You think I got a job as a Santa? I'm not saying this guy's a firebug, Creed, but he did have a pot full of fire. He may be wanted in the other case as well. Everybody's getting their art money's worth today. It's a pretty badass tat, right?
Just want to show you Larry real quick. Larry's falling on hard times there in the middle.
Larry's in a basement.
Okay, so Mr.
maybe?
Rounson, is there anything that you want to say before I set bond? Bearing in mind, probably not wise to talk about what may or may not have happened back on October 26th, since we're recording all this.
No, sir.
Yeah, I don't want to brag, but talk about colors, baby. I got 4 of them. None of them red or black, by the way, that I was looking for earlier. Why are we getting this color? Really?
Oh, Courtney. Yeah, that's good luck using that.
Color. What am I going to use that for?
By the way, Larry, we were just watching. That's the couple that's usually in Florida for all their tenant stuff. Remember?
Okay, two things that I need to advise
They
you of.
must
Number
be
one,
holding
apparently you're on supervision under Judge George, and the probation department has placed a holder on you, and we'll probably make a decision over the weekend about whether or not to file a formal motion to
Nothing too
revoke.
crazy,
If
Courtney.
they do, you and I will be having a discussion about the same time as we are today about that matter. As far as the current case, I'll set your bond at $2,500, cash sure to your 10%, order that it be assigned randomly to a judge and set for a trial. You're eligible to ask for court-appointed counsel. If you're going to do that, get the application form from the jail. Since you are subject to the holder, they should send it down here for you. Do you have any questions today?
No.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Rounson. You may go with the officer.
Sue. No Sue yet.
All right. Next, we have Monty Ward. Are you Mr. Ward, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right. Mr. Ward, you understand your rights in court today?
Yes, sir.
And you have 2 separate cases that we need
This
to
is,
address. One is a
he
traffic
actually goes
case
by
in which it's alleged
Montgomery.
that on or about December the 1st at approximately this year,
Montgomery Ward.
at approximately 11:04 p.m., you were operating a gray 2015 Chevy Impala on Cleveland Road near Taylor in Pataskala, Licking County, Ohio. It's alleged you were operating in excess of the posted speed limit, that you were operating a vehicle while under the influence of alcohol and or a drug of abuse. The first charge is a minor misdemeanor, carries a maximum penalty of up to a $150 fine. The second offense, it's alleged to be your first within your lifetime, so the penalties would be the same as were described in the video. Did you understand that information?
Montgomery.
Yes, sir.
And how do you
Montgomery
wish to
Ward
plead to
keeping his
those
nose
charges
clean,
today,
Creed.
Mr. Ward?
Not guilty.
And what is your current address?
721 Alexia Court, Black Lake, Ohio, 43004.
And I bet
What do
he's
you do
got
for
a
a
job.
I'm an elementary school teacher and a middle school basketball coach.
Okay, where do you teach?
Reynoldsburg,
Okay.
Harper Mills.
What were the
And
charges?
what grade do you teach at Reynoldsburg?
Work with autistic kids. So we have a unit of 2 units
Let him out.
full of 6 to 7 kids that have special needs that we work with every day.
All right. And how long have you been a teacher?
About 10 years.
Let him out.
Anybody deserves a PR today.
Always taught here in the Central Ohio area?
That's it.
Yes, sir.
Let me
Let
take
him
a quick
out.
look here at the file, and then we're going to talk about the criminal charge as well.
We
So
shouldn't
bear
say
with me,
that until
okay?
we see exactly.
All
what's
right.
done.
It seemed like a traffic infraction from what he said at first. But
Well, he looks. We can still hear. There is a picture of the inside. I went over to TripAdvisor to get a better idea. Some of these are great. I was trying to see if the Applebee's is very, very close or not. I like this. Just okay. Only passing through. At least you know that one's real. I mean, that's about as real as it gets. Good value and friendly set, but the internet and cable are horrible. Room is clean and roomy. Bathroom was nice, and a fridge and a microwave, plenty of room. And kind of nobody mentions that they have a radio in the room.
By horrible, they mean it doesn't exist.
You get what you pay for. Stayed here with a group. Rooms were dirty. Walls were filthy. Bathrooms moldy. Shower curtain moldy. Stains on the sheets. Manager gave us clean sheets, but did not believe they were stained. Far from being clean. Were we on hidden camera? My daughter and I stayed here for a bike event last year. Oh, that was 2012. These are 2013. Did they go?
If they were moldy back then, baby, just wait till you see them now.
Oh my God. Those are great.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Everything's fine. Just don't sleep on the beds or touch anything.
They also said this was his first criminal charges ever.
The water smells like rotten eggs.
Oh, that's sulfur, baby. They got that well water.
All right. Well, Mr. Ward, on each of these cases, I'm going to be releasing you on your own recognizance. That just means you're going to sign off on some bond paperwork promising to show up for future court dates. Those dates will be given to you by mail. So when you sign your bond paperwork, make sure that the address in the upper left-hand corner is current, complete, and correct. You said it was 721 Alexia Court in Blacklick?
Yes, sir.
All right. Very well. Now, you have the right to retain counsel if you want by going out and hiring somebody. You have the right to apply for court-appointed counsel, meaning if you qualified based upon your income and your expenses, we would go ahead and give you an attorney at absolutely no cost to you. You don't have to get a lawyer, but if you do want to get one, deal with it well before the next time you're supposed to be in court. So do you have any questions today, sir?
No, sir.
Very well. You may go with the officer. Thank you. Good luck, Mr. Ward.
Thank you.
Yeah, that guy needs to get out.
Yeah.
Traffic. I mean, even if it seems to maybe even be a drunk driving thing or something like that, the man's doing the Lord's
one
work.
moment, ma'am.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
The American Inn is 1.7 miles to the Applebee's.
Tons of action around there. Tons to do.
Guys, you're going to watch one or two more, and then we're going to jump. Busy day. Get ready for anything else.
That's right. Don't forget, we got Chase 405. And I'm going to tell you now, I'm warning you with peace and love. The Thelma and Louise of the 2020s. These ladies will have their own show. I promise you. You don't want to miss it.
All right. And you are Miss Webb, are you not?
Yes, sir.
Miss Webb, you understand your rights in court today?
Yes.
Did you receive? Well, actually, we don't need to
Cook
go through
out,
that.
Michigan don't
You've
have
already
them.
entered pleas of not guilty in this case. In fact, I arraigned you back in looks like August of this year. You're here today because Judge George issued a warrant for your arrest when you failed to appear for a hearing. Because the case is assigned to Judge George, the only authority I have today is to set a bond for you and refer it back to him. You need to be advised that your court-appointed counsel, Mr. Morris, asked the court to be withdrawn as your counsel due to a lack of communication. That request was granted, so technically right now you're not represented by anybody, but you have the right to reapply for counsel. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Yes, sir.
And what is your
Yes,
current
ma'am.
address?
My current address is 5. It's 5.
Write it down, T.
597 Derby Downs Road.
Is there an apartment number or anything like that?
Yes, apartment B.
B is in Beta,
Yeah.
and that's here in
You
Newark,
call her a
correct?
beta?
Beta
Yes,
cut.
sir. Derby Downs Road. Sundowners.
Okay. Yeah. Who do you live out there with?
Staying with Richard Hardway.
Okay. So staying with a friend.
Yeah.
All right.
I was, sir. To be honest with you, sir, I was beside Walmart in the woods for a couple days, and he asked if I asked him if I could stay, and he said that I could, and he said that I needed to get a hold of the court too, because Vertical was supposed to have my all my mail, and they sent all my mail back. This is the reason why I never got the notice for court.
Okay.
So she's staying out there with
Anything else you
old
want to say before I decide what your bond should be here?
Dick Hardaway.
No, sir, but I do also have a legitimate phone number. It's all my paperwork that I filled out here.
Is that your
So
phone
what
or
I
just somebody who you
initial-
can get like messages from?
No, actually, my phone.
Good.
I bought myself a phone on the
Dollar
first,
General.
All right, good deal.
and it's my number I put on there, so I can be alarmed.
We're missing greatness over here. A manager, a store manager from Dollar General, and this guy.
Paper that I filled out here
Oh, Rich, this is your dad.
Hey,
with
Bob.
the address.
Skinning a squirrel. Can we just see Sue so we can wrap it up, please?
Yeah.
I mean, I just want to see Sue.
Let's go, baby.
Is she going to go back and stay at Richard's house or back in the woods next to the Walmart? They have the best facility.
All right. So, Ms. Webb, a few things
go to
that
Pisa.
kind of stand out to me about your case history here. Number one is that the charges were filed December of last year, so they're about a year old. Number two, in reviewing the computerized records, it would appear that there have been 3 separate occasions where you failed to appear for court. And then the last thing that comes into my consideration is the amount of the bond that Judge George put on the warrant, because it's his case. He knows what he wants to see happen. I don't have any particular reason to go against what he wants to do. It's
Passing the
lawful
buck.
and
Here we go.
frankly reasonable under the circumstances. Bail and bond are simply designed to ensure the appearance of an accused at future dates. And right now, unfortunately, your track record leads me to believe that a recognizance bond would not achieve that. So I'm going to defer to Judge George, leave the bond in the amount of $2,500, cash or do 10%. They'll get this set very quickly. If you want to get a lawyer again, you have to fill out a new application, and you can get one of those from the jail. So any questions?
So what I need to get out is $250.
Yeah, 10% of $2,500.
Math?
Okay.
Any other questions today, ma'am?
No, sir.
All right, Miss Webb. Well, I wish you the best of luck, and you may go with the officer.
Thank you.
Peace
and
love.
Peace and love.
Peace and love. Peace and
All
love.
right, Sue, that's all I've got.
Yeah. Got to see her. Come on.
Put
Sue.
her up. Put her
It's
up.
going to be interesting to see the effect of no Buckeyes in the conference title game on our numbers on Monday.
Talking sports.
Personally, I predict it won't have any effect on them whatsoever, and there'll be way too many people again.
Look for Stansberry in the upcoming episode
Me
of Four
too.
Sports.
You have a good weekend in the meantime.
You have a good weekend also. Thank you.
Thank you.
Voice
All
of an
gentlemen,
angel.
Thank you for your patience.
Isn't it great though? With
My man.
Stansberry and her, and but then Judge George doesn't even like.
Oh, Judge George could give 2 rats' asses about Sue.
My man.
By the way, my man was over in the Stu page. So they're real quick. So I guess what's
I'm
his name?
surprised. Surprised he ain't been blocked yet.
He's spreading the rumor where people are very taking offense to people saying that there's a standoff with, what is his name, Antonio Brown or what's his name?
The football
All right.
player.
Listen, they came to his door, knocked on his door. He didn't answer. They left, got a warrant, came back. He's not there. It's not a standoff, but everybody's saying that it's a standoff. Anyways, it's kind of funny. He came in this morning saying, Moy, what about the standoff in his own broken English? Anyways, hey, guys, thank you so much. We're going to jump out of here. We'll see you at 4:05 East for Florida Friday. Again, Mikey's saying it's going to be something pretty good.
I'm telling you, these 2 ladies, when you hear the dialogue between the 2 of them in the back of a police car, you will know right away they are destined for greatness.
Just like this woman, Kimberly, with her. She's the
Next
store
thing you
manager.
know, she's going to go from store manager to district manager. Next thing you know, she will be Mrs. Dollar.
Thank you guys for all the likes, the comments, the subs. Make sure to turn notifications on. And thank you to Mikey Mike, Bigfoot, Fire Captain Angela, Deborah, Nancy, Amber, Windy City, Bobby, DM Andy, Deborah times 2, and Shells, who is bringing up the rear, as they say on the quick move. Thank you guys again. We'll see you at 4:05 East. We got a chase. And again, 6 o'clock, main channel, members only tonight.
Still time to become a member. All you got to do is click the join button. And Creed, I've heard whispers in my ear. It is only $3 to get that started. Or if you want to just go balling out, head on up with that big $50 legend status, which I think we have 3 people right now at that. So God bless
Nice.
them.
Love it. Yes. God bless them and God bless Australia. We'll see you guys 4:05.
Blessing. The bless.